श्री डेनियल डिसूजा को आइए। डिसूजा साहब, आप अपने
A very good evening to all respected panelists, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite familiar with all the topics that you earlier saw, since I work with a lot of doctors, healers, and therapists. So I will leave those special topics for our panelists to present. But I would like to present this topic since I think it's one of the main focuses of this Health and Wellness Festival. And I want to present this because I think certain things are missing in the understanding of cancer. And I'm also going to present something that will challenge the understanding of cancer, especially with oncologists and medical doctors. So I want to give it as food for thought to everyone. And a little bit of this is going to be on the preventive aspect of cancer, which was spoken of much about in the earlier panel discussion, that it is missing, in society and in schools. So I know when I say I'm going to present something that is going to challenge understanding, many people here will wonder, who's this young man and what credentials does he have to speak on a topic like cancer. So I would just like to share a little bit of my journey in this presentation. I shared a little bit just verbally the last time I was here, that is 2 days back in the panel discussion, but I'll show you some little bit of evidence. So my journey started with a lot of sickness, which was way back in 1990. And this is what I looked like in 1990. And the first time I had an illness was pneumonia, very serious, coughing blood, went from bad to worse. And a couple of years later, amoebiasis, that is infection of the intestines. A couple of years later, down to my colon, so I had a very destroyed digestive tract, having loose motions, constipation, bleeding stools. And it went to such a degree that I started having skin allergies, and I was being treated by allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, and then even creams and lotions, and nothing was working for me. Till this was somewhere in 2004. After 14 years of sickness, this is what I looked like. You can see it shows me as 34 years there, and that's what a normal 40-year-old person looks like. But when all of these modern systems and even healers and healing systems failed to heal me, I went back to what is natural and very organic and simple. And that's when the turnaround of my illnesses happened. The height of my illnesses was skin allergies and systemic candidiasis, that is fungal growth in the intestines. There is also a book that is written that cancer is a fungus called Candida. So in some terms, I conquered that and I reversed that. So I'm not going to go into that detail, but just to show you some evidence of what I've been through. And as I started following all things natural and organic and simple to understand, you can see pictures of my reversal and getting back to health every couple of passing years. And this is pretty much like what I look today. So I'm not just a young chap. You can see I'm 45 years and I've been through an amazing journey, and that's what brought me to this position that I am as the Secretary of the Doctors and Healers Association. And during this time, this is called reverse aging. It's called biological reverse aging. I did not do any great sciences or didn't use any medicines as such, but I followed natural processes. And I'm going to present today that version of cancer which is very natural, understandable, and only when it is understood at that level, it becomes easier to reverse and heal. If cancer is projected as something very complex, then of course the common man is terribly scared of it, and even oncologists fear it. And here's some little more information. Since the time I got cured of all those illnesses, within 1 year, since 2005, I started teaching about healing all types of chronic illnesses: high BP, cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, kidney problems, liver problems, hormonal imbalance. Since that time that I came across those things and started implementing them myself, I've never been sick for a single day, I've never taken a single medicine, and I've never needed to go to the doctor. I'm sure this is what everyone would really like to have. Be sickness-free, be young and youthful for a very long time. And I say, it's not a miracle, I had to work for it. And you can do it too if you diligently work for it. I've not said if you work hard for it. There are many people working all over the world very hard for it. I've just heard of something like, there's a $1 billion program announced by Obama that they found out that when the cell has got less oxygen, it's going to become cancerous automatically. So there's a program that we're going to put these $1 billion and find out how to inject oxygen into the cells so that they remain cancer-free forever. That's going to take $1 billion. I can sit somebody down in front of me for 15 minutes and just give them some very basic education by which they will have abundance of oxygen in their cells all of their life. So this is the difference between a lot of complex knowledge and a lot of effort and a lot of money and the simple right information that can be understood and implemented. So here is a book that I wrote in 2011, and it's all over the world now in over 70 countries. And I just want you to have a look at its index. Its index has got a flow that first doesn't talk about healing at all. It is just talking about an understanding of the human body, what is proper food, what is the place of exercise. And you will only see the name of one disease in this index. And that also it is right at the end of the book. And there you can see it on the fourth last line. That's the last topic. Actually, it's cancer. I put it there because unless you understand all of these things and all of the wrong things that are going in the body, you will never understand cancer. So you've heard earlier also that cancer is not something simple. It's something very complex, and we are doing many, many wrong things to the human body for it to become cancerous. And I saw in 2011 itself that I need to put this one disease, and that's the one that should stand out because it's the one that's going to be an epidemic on the planet. And I started working, towards that. Yes.
Daryl, one request. We are hard pressed against time.
Yes.
So we are 3 speakers. We are all have 10 minutes each.
Okay.
No?
So I'll wind up. Yeah, I'll wind up soon. So this is what we do at this at our institution. We reverse all of these illnesses that you can see by the processes above. And you'll see they're all natural, organic, and simple. There's yoga there. There's herbs or herbalism, healthy food, healthy diet, and all of those things. And these are the programs we run. We do these programs, they're just 3-hour programs. About 50, 60, 100 people come. And I'll just show you a slide on that. For example, we do this diabetes reversal program without medicines, but with these. It's just a 3-hour program. In this education program, we have 3 presenters who present on all these topics, and people go home with a complete knowledge of how to reverse diabetes. So I'm coming from this background where we use very simple understandings, and we are able to conquer many of these modern lifestyle diseases that are called autoimmune diseases. In my book I've said, this is a complete misunderstanding. It's misunderstanding of how the human body operates, and what you subject it to, then it is going to react. When you don't understand that, you are going to call it an autoimmune disease. So I'll just, since we have no time, I'll just breeze through this. I won't talk about it. This is something deeper about the human body that I've taken it from an earlier presentation that I made. I'll just skip through these. This is some deeper understanding of the mind, body, and spirit connection of the human body, which helps us understand many parameters of energy, of physicality, sickness, and disease. So I'll just get to the cancer topic straight away, because I just want everybody to get an idea of this. So this is what I say, this is a misunderstanding, and even there is this interpretation which I call a misunderstanding, because the human body is much more intelligent than that. The human body has got intelligence that's far greater than even taking a spaceship to Jupiter and doing all that research and bringing the information back. Human body is highly intelligent. It is not so stupid to abnormally grow cells. We are doing certain things to it which forces it to abnormally grow cells. And I've just given this definition in my book, just in one line. And also explain these things. Just these principal substances I've seen. In all cancer cases, I've seen either one, two, or all of these three are present and they are acting. So what are these? Now you'll start identifying them in your life. A lot of different harmful energies that we have around ourselves that disturb the energy of the human body. Chronic means long-term subjecting the human body to all of this. Disturbing our internal rhythm and functioning. This is one place where many of the cancers, like breast cancers, occur. They have very harsh emotions that the human body is not used to in its normal state. They also affect our chakra system. And this was touched upon earlier by one of the panelists about the chemicals in our food. All of these substances getting stuck in the human body, constant irritation of the cells. So when you put this in the human body, what is your cell going to do? It is going to react. And I'll just give a short example of it later, but let me finish this third thing. And this is the place where chemotherapy and radiation has to come in, because of foreign organisms' presence within the human body, that even good emotions, good thoughts, or normal cleansing the human body doesn't work. You need harsh chemicals to kill such organisms. And this is what I want you to just read. It's the last slide. Now imagine you're sitting in front of me on a chair and I subject you to some chronic irritation. Simple thing, I can just start slapping you left and right. For about half a minute, what's going to happen to your cheeks? They're going to become red. After that, if I continue and you're sitting there, you're going to get angry and violent. Till the point of time, if I go on for about 3-4 minutes, you're going to get so violent, you're going to collect all your energy, you're going to either jump out from that chair or you're going to jump and hit me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is what a cancer cell goes through. Chronically, it's being irritated. So it collects all the energy that it can find from sugars, from your food and everything, and it starts a violent battle. And that violent battle is seen under the microscope as tumors.
Daryl,
Yes.
just because we are really hard pressed against
Yes.
time and
Okay.
we
I
are
will
really
end now.
eminent,
Yes.
just give me the message
Yes.
from your life story. I know you have gone through challenges and you come a winner. So what do you want to tell them, your message to the people?
Yes, so finally, just one message about cancer that I want to say is that it's happening all because of these things, very understandable. It's all our lifestyle changes and all these imbalances that we brought into our lives, and this is what we need to correct. And there is a much easier and logical way that we can work about it. It's all about education, taking this education to the public, and helping people reverse this illness themselves. Yes, thank you.